The following is a transcript of a conversation between Matías De Stefano, referred to as me, and his higher self, referred to as I am. 15th November 2020. Panic. Me. During the alignment yesterday, November 14th, a being with excessive hyperactivity appeared. It reminded me of one of those kids between 5 and 10 years old who can't stop moving, playing, asking, running around, laughing, constantly changing the subject and making jokes. He wanted to enter me to speak, but given his dissipated and chaotic energy, I refused, telling him that I would translate for him. I asked how to introduce him, and he said, "Peter," to which I knew was silly, and he started laughing. He told me so many names in game form that in the end I chose to call him Entity. I am. And what did he say among all his hyperactive incoherence? Me. He said something very coherent, but long and difficult to explain simply. We were talking about the importance of recognizing the axis to which one belongs, related to the theme arrogance, and it occurred to me to explain the importance of placing oneself in the right place of each one through the image of a point and a circle. The point is an axis, but without the circle it does not know what its center is, and the circle without the dot also does not recognize the axis of itself. This shows the importance of everyone taking their place, proud of what they are and have in them, without wanting to take the place of others or believe themselves above others. They are all fundamental parts. So here came a theme. If each individual is a center, then what is their circle to identify if I am well placed? There this being appeared and said, "The law of 12. I am. Oh sure, the law of 12. Me. What does it mean? I am. Well, let's go in parts. The general concept says that every being is composed of 12 parts that complement its whole. First, oneness is divided into polarity, positive and negative. Both generate a third, neutral force, which is manifestation. The image you see here is a point that was projected in two, and the two are reconnected in one. Me. That is a tetrahedron, right? I am. Yes. This tetrahedron represents the self that is projected into a trine base that we call vibration, energy, and matter, also recognized as the concepts sound, light, and form. The self is projected from its inner aspect to its expert aspect, thus creating a mirrored image of itself. Me. Another tetrahedron. I am. Creating the image of the Merkaba. Now, this being projected to the external, the point opposite to the initial being, will also have its trine base, but this time upwards. That trine basis will be the attributes of being, that is, love, wisdom, and will. The Merkaba, then, is a concept in which the cosmos is projected from the interior to the external through vibration, energy, and matter, creating the universe at its other end, and the universe, to return to the cosmos, must integrate its aspects of love, wisdom, and will. When the 6 aspects balance each other, divine meiosis occurs. Me. That is, the division of a cell in two, as in the first step of gestation. I am. That's right. That is to say that the cosmos and the universe will be divided in two to create 2 realities that are the same, but that move in different ways, creating 2 other trinities. Here, in this new divine cell, the cosmos will be called time, and the universe will be called space. Time will project its trinity, which we call past, present, and future, while space will project its own, called high, wide, and deep. Me. These 2 cells will have then a north pole and a south pole each, and between the 2 they will have 12 attributes, 6 in each sphere, 2 Merkaba. I am. And united they will manifest an oscillating world, with a physical north pole and a physical south pole, a magnetic north pole and a south pole, and 12 portals, vibration, energy, matter, love, wisdom, will, past, present, future, high, wide, and deep. Me. The icosahedron combined with the dodecahedron. I am. That's right. This is something repeated throughout existence. Every being is referenced in code 12 to find the center, the axis. When the 4 poles are aligned, the 12 portals connect to the center and... Me. Wait. I just understood something. The date, the task, the alignment of the 12 nodes. I am. Tell me. Me. It is the same thing that the Hathor being said on the day 11/11. The path of stars opens. As long as a star shines from its inner beat, the path of stars opens. From the mother her song will sound. The world vibrates and resounds. The most powerful song. Her voice resounds in the eternal, vibrates in your heart. From the center the cube radiates. You are cubes made here. You are time and space united. He who resounds vibrates and ignites. Now the doors above and below. We are in the midst of us listening. We are the life and beauty of light. Hath-hur. We are the mother who vibrates in you. We are the mother who is reborn in you. We are the mother who vibrates. We are Hath-hur. And the sky of stars shines in your beat, which in their voices sounds high, from the center must arise. We are here for the great mother. This is the 11th hour. It is time to be ready because the 12th hour has arrived. Tick, tock. The voices of the Nile speak. Heaven on earth speaks to the great mother. The 11th hour is time to face the great weight. Ticking. The message speaks of the cube, a hexahedron. It is composed of 2 tetrahedra, a Merkaba. A cube is the result of joining 2 tetrahedra in Merkaba position. The cube is the earth element, the earth itself. When you multiply a cube, you have 4 trinities and 4 poles, 2 of the physical aspect and 2 of the magnetic. 12 nodes. The 12 portals of the Icosa dodecahedron. The Hathor were those who by resonance created life, meiosis, mitosis. They generate the multiplication of realities, what they call parallel universes, interdimensional portals, or something that has been said a lot, another Earth. Thus you get 2 hexahedra, the 2 cells that interact with each other, one with some data related to time-space, and others to the universe cosmos. The sum of the ends of a cube gives 8 vertices. But if you have 2 cubes, it will be 8, 8. The date, August 8th, 2021. Miriam's message, 3 times 3 you will see the blue moon, referring to the fact that in 9 months we would have the great test in the month of August. I am. And what happens in August? Me. For about 3 years, the North Magnetic Pole began to move rapidly towards Russia, but it is now, during 2020, that it did 2 things that had never been recorded before. Approach the physical North Pole as never before, and cross the meridian line that separates west and east, entering the opposite hemisphere of the world. It's a paradigm shift. Our cerebral hemispheres are guided by the magnetic pole and the hemispheres of the Earth. That the pole changes implies a change of mentality. The interesting thing is that when the magnetic pole crosses the physical pole, a clover shape of 4 leaves is created at the magnetic level that resemble 2 crossed infinity symbols, 2, 8. I am. The 2 cubes become visible. Me. Yes, exactly. That is why this year is so important, because from mid-2020 to mid-2022, the interdimensional doors are more permeable. The 2 cubes will be aligned. What Hathor said is that if we shine and are on our own axis of stars, we can make ourselves heard among all times and spaces, singing the song, the vibration that connects both Merkabas, the 2 Earths. I am. And how do you do it? Me. All the alignments that we are doing are in relation to the 12 constellations, the 12 portals. We are preparing for the date of the task together, 8/8, 12:02 hours on the 8th of month 8, 2021. 12028 82021. That day we must align both cubes, and for this we must hold our axis. As I said, to recognize an axis, you need the 12 that hold around, point, and circle. A circle composed of 6 negative feminine and 6 positive masculine, interspersed, that generate the vibration wave, the way light moves, the water waves that create life. I am. Everything makes sense, doesn't it? Me. A lot. Everything comes together. I am. And the message from your friend Pedro? Me. He said that those 12 portals of the earth are the same 12 portals of the constellations, which in us are reflected in the 12 organic systems on a physical level, which awaken through the emotion of the soul in the links with 12 people who remind us of the 12 concepts we need to find the center, the personal axis. Complex. Could you explain it to me? I am. I am. When the physical North Pole and the magnetic North Pole align, it is compared to a clock whose hands mark the exact time, hour 12. The hour hand marks millennia or eras, the minute hand marks centuries, and the second hand marks years. We come from hour 11, the time of the mirrors. But when the hands of the magnetic North Pole touch the same meridian of the physical North Pole, the number 12 at the top of the clock, then the new time will begin, the new day, and everyone will have to start waking up. When the hands all line up, it is like a huge gear of an ancient clock in which the 12 constellations, 12 portals, 12 territories, 12 peoples, 12 people, 12 organs, 12 concepts must line up. Me, the great test. I am. Here, your hyperactive friend, the entity, expressed himself. For millions of years, there are beings who seek to take everyone off the axis, to test their firmness in the system of the law of 12. They test who are the most apt not to lose the axis, neutrality, and still recognize that their center is based on 12 external aspects. First of all, you must recognize the 12 constellations in you, your astrological chart. Know the map of your soul. Get to know it. Secondly, your 12 organ systems, knowing how you take care of them and what state they are in. Thirdly, identify the 12 concepts that define you in life, whether negative or positive, but that make you be in your axis. And fourthly, recognize the 12 people in your life who relate to these concepts. Me. 4 steps to align the 4 tetrahedra that make up the 2 cubes, the 2 earths. So I find the axis for my own brightness to be a star that sings and resonates within the great Mother Earth. I am. And for that, you must face your friend Peter. Do you want to know his real name? Me. Yes, of course. I am. Pan. Peter Pan. Me. Is this a joke? I am. Of course not. Peter Pan is Peter the Fawn. In a way, I was playing with you. Bread is not what is eaten. It is the name of a Greek divinity, a very mischievous faun or elf who appeared out of nowhere in the homes of people wanting to play, have fun. Me. He said, have fun. I am. Although sometimes scary, it is a divinity related to wildlife, herds, fertility. That is why it was related to sexuality, virility, fun, but also with an irascible character. So if anyone dared to disturb him, he would awaken the beast in him. It speaks of the wild part of the human, of the basest carnal passions, anger, rage, sex, fear, above all fear, the origin of all low passions. Therefore, falling into fear, despair of what may happen, survival, rage, anger, all this is the same as falling into the house of the fawn, something that in Greek is said panoikos, what today you call panic. Me, the greatest of fears, the root of all the evils that prevent us from finding the axis. That is why the same panic last night told us, "It is not our job, but I will give you some advice." Now I understand everything. If we manage to identify the 12, balance the 4 groups of 12 in us, there is nothing to fear. There is no insecurity, because we will be at our center. I am. All fears come from the insecurity of losing the mainland, the place where you belong, of losing the reference points. The 12 around you are reference points to yourself. By identifying them, you can adjust your own biological clock to the Earth's clock, ticking. Me, and start the 12th hour. I am. Stop fearing the future. Stop fearing your own wild force, the doubt of how, what, and take the advice of Panic himself. Have fun. Dance, because the great mismatch of your life is to have lost the reference of the law of 12. Me, like the 12 apostles. I am. They are codes that everyone has used because everyone has it inside. Me. Ugh, it's been a lot of information. How to help people transcend their panics. I am. Show them, make them aware, recognize them. What are they useful for in your life? What do they give you? Where are they not useful? What are preventing you from doing? Identify all your fears, because they are all useful. They are the basis of your biology. They are the basis of your survival. They are the fundamental tool that has allowed you to exist. Fear is a great ally. Panic is the force of nature that helps you exist. That is why the key lies in your 12 organic systems that have been formed by fears. Identify each other's fears, but in the time of consciousness, they cease to be useful unless you remember Peter Pan and play, have fun, for life is a dream, life is a game. And when you recognize conscious security in your 12 pillars, there you will find your axis. Me. I will meditate on all this and we will continue to talk about it. I am. I will always be here. Now, fly, Tinkerbell. Me, like a star in the heavens.